Deep funding is the biggest decentralized fund in AI. This means that you can actually get some grants to fund your AI projects to deep funding. And the truth is, deep funding is open for everyone to participate, and I would say it has more opportunities and less drawbacks than other existing ways of funding your projects and ideas. However, the good part is that it's still very recent, it's still unknown for the majority of people, and that means you can really benefit from being early and enjoying this opportunity. But besides the opportunity of getting funding to support your ideas, these decentralized funds also have a lot of opportunities for the community, as they rely on community members to execute different and important functions for the fund. In this video, you'll have a step-by-step guide on how you can participate in deep funding in the different functions, and we'll do that going through the process of the testing round that is currently live. For a bit of context, if you want to learn more about deep funding, I've done a video previously about deep funding and other opportunities, and you can check that video here at the top. And this one will be more focused on actually showing you how you can use the platform, how you can participate on deep funding, a step-by-step tutorial. But to give you a quick summary of that video, deep funding is Singularity Net's Decentralized AI Funding initiative, and it basically funds open source AI projects and ideas that should, also be made available in the Singularity Net AI marketplace, as you can see here. Deep funding has been growing as an initiative, and that means that there are more opportunities than just delivering AI. You can get funded by deep funding with marketing initiatives for deep funding or Singularity Net, or even all kinds of new ideas to improve on deep funding and the Singularity Net ecosystem, even if they are not directly related to the development of AI. Besides getting grants and funding for your ideas, in deep funding you also have other opportunities, as stated previously. You can participate as a community member. Anyone can participate as a community member and gain rewards for engaging with the proposals, for reading the proposals, for commenting, for getting informed. And in the future, as you participate more and more and become a valuable member of the deep funding community, you also have other opportunities to participate more actively in the different operations of the fund and actually get rewarded for the work you do for the fund. Here, as you've seen in the previous video, you can learn everything you need to know about deep funding. So it's a great resource, the deep funding website. And now it's also the place where we actually are able to send proposals, to read the proposals, and to be informed with everything we need. While before we had the Sway platform, now with this deep funding testing round, we're actually testing this new platform for deep funding, as you can see here. And for that, we have here a small testing round with $260,000 in rewards just for testing. Usually deep funding has even more significant rewards. And from this testing round, we will show you how it would work in a normal round, because it's a very similar process. But right now, we are just testing the platform to find any bugs and try to improve the system before the deep funding round 4 that should be right away, that should be coming anytime soon. But how can you start actually participating on deep funding? I would say, in my opinion, the most important part is to start by checking here the rules. Okay, these are the rules of the funds that change. Right now, we still have the round 3 rules because it was the last big round that we had here. And these rules basically tell you everything you need to know. They inform you, for example, about the pools and the awards. This was the amount available for the previous fund, around $1.5 million available in different pools and categories, each one with its own purpose. And here in the rules, you can find everything you need to know about them. But even as a contributor, I think it's important to check the rules here, because you have the voting rules to understand how you can vote and what's the weight of your vote. but you also have the engagement rewards. You can see how you can be rewarded for your engagement with deep funding, with the proposals building on deep funding. And to be honest, anyone can do this, anyone can be rewarded. And even for participating, your vote will have more power, because Singularity Net does place certain weight on reputation and on contribution of the people to the system. So if you're contributing, your weight is higher because you should be more informed. By the way, if you're thinking of participating in the next funding round of deep funding, I'm currently developing a playlist with everything you need to know about deep funding. And as a part of that playlist, I'll actually be creating videos when the next funding round comes, when the round 4 comes. So if you want to be updated, if you want to know everything that is important for the next funding round, subscribe so that you don't miss those videos. Now, of course, if you want to participate on deep funding, you should actually create your account. So if you don't have one yet, you go to sign up and you quickly create your account. If you already have one, like myself, you just go to login. With your account, you'll be able to propose, you'll be able to make comments, you'll be able to participate fully into deep funding. Now in my account, and let me show you all of this works. Basically, you start here. Once you log in, you have your projects. If you don't have a project on deep funding, you shouldn't have anything. You should have just the add proposal button, the edit profile, and the Telegram group. The Telegram group is an amazing resource. You'll get all the updates there. You can ask questions to the community, and you'll have the people from the deep funding team actually answering you. So you should definitely go there and enroll yourself. I'm already there as well, so I can also answer your questions if you have any. And then you have your projects. In this case, we are in the test in the funding round, and I do have a project, this AI agent tailored for inheritance advice in partnership with GenWealth. And you can check that proposal in the projects and proposals if you want to. And I also have this proposal that was already approved, and then I'm currently delivering it, and then I don't have anything else. Okay, and basically, we can come here to projects and proposals, and here we can see all the relevant information about projects and proposals on deep funding, not only for current rounds, but for previous rounds. I'll show you that in a minute. Then we can come here to schedule, and in the schedule, we can see both the events calendar with all the events that are relevant for the deep funding program. And then we can also see all the information relevant about each of the rounds. Currently, we have the round 4, the test round currently ongoing, and the round is open for submissions until the 29th of January. Then we have in the week of the 5th of February a stable period, and then the voting for this round is from the 12th to the 19th. This is like super fast. It usually isn't this fast, but this is a testing round with just 2 pools, new projects and ideations. So it's completely different from the normal, but you can also see here the results for the different rounds if you scroll down. And then you have here the update on this side. This is just the news and relevant information about deep funding, so certainly interesting to watch and to learn. You can also see the updates of the projects in terms of what they are delivering, which I think is very nice. But now let's come to the projects and proposals. That is where everything is happening, okay? Also, if you find some bug during this process, don't worry, it's part of the process. That is why we are having this testing round, to correct any bugs. So hopefully we don't run into any major issues. And here I think this is a very important page, because here on the awarded projects, we can see all the projects that were funded, we can see their progress, and we can see all the relevant information to really make projects accountable for what they promised. You can come here and you can select by round, or you can select also by the category that the project was on. Let's see, we can do marketing initiatives, for example. And then we can see here the marketing initiatives that were funded, and we can see some updates about them. So for example, let's check at this one from the LATAM community in Singularity Net. And you can see here that this milestone has already been completed and the transfer has been done. You can see the original proposal with all the information that is relevant. Here you can see the milestones and budget. This one was completed. You can see everything that has been done for the milestones, and then you have here a link for the completed milestone. Then you have here discussions. This is me, and I can make here a comment if I want, just saying something like great job, for example. As you can see here, the reviews and ratings. This is all new, of course. The platform is brand new, so we don't have anything here yet. And then we have also information about the project team. This doesn't happen here yet, but in the future it will, with the new proposals. So I think this is very nice, and you can actually come here. You cannot do reviews right now, it doesn't make sense, but you can start the discussion. You can write a comment. So just to show, we'll do here a great job. Do here just a comment in the post, and then you can see our comment here appearing on the project of Ines. But coming back now to projects and proposals, here we can also see, if we click on round summaries, we can see the status and the information relevant to each round. So we have now the beta round, test round, and we have it open for proposals, and we can see here some of the details, some of the pools and everything here. Okay, and even the voting date and all the relevant information. So this is a great page for you to have a quick update on everything you need to know about the rounds. You can also, click here for more information about the pool and what each pool should do. So, this is very interesting. This one is already from round 3, but you have here all the relevant informations. So I do think this is very nice as an overview of the platform. And if you click here on open proposals, you can actually see the open proposals, and you can actually start engaging with them. So for example, we could click on this one for kids of online protection, and we can see there are already some comments and discussions here. Then we have here the reviews and ratings. You can actually start rating these projects because we are in that stage right now. So for these projects, if you want to rate, you click, and you have here an overall, you have here feasibility, for example, viability. You can say whatever you want. You can put the title or the title of your review and the summary and why you think it is like this. So this is very useful, and this is the engagement you'll get rewarded for. So at the end of the day, you just need to take a look at the project and actually do this kind of overview and analysis. And whenever you have everything filled, you just need to submit here the review. Here, naturally, you can find also all the information about the project team. As you can see here, it does have the necessary information, which I think is very positive. In terms of overview, you can see what the project is trying to do here. You have all the information, so please inform yourself before doing your reviews. And here you also have the milestones and the budget, so check those out to evaluate the feasibility of the project and to see if the team can actually deliver on what they are promising. And then coming here to projects and proposals, or even to your projects, you can actually create a proposal whenever a funding round is available. You have here the round you're applying for, you have the proposal name. So in this case, this was the last proposal I created, and this is the title for the proposal. You have a description with 700 characters of your project. So just put the most important and impactful information here, and you can add an image to make things more attractive. Here, it's the part of the proposal content. Here, you'll select the pool you want to participate in. So naturally, you have here more info, but you should actually take the time to look at the rules and inform yourself about the different pools and the goals in each category to maximize your chances of getting funded. Then once you select your project, I'll say ideation here. You can request a certain amount of funding for this round, and for ideation, the maximum is 5,000. If you were, for example, doing a new project, you can actually request for up to 50,000. Or if you are doing any kind of RFP in these two categories, a request for proposal in these two categories, you can actually request this funding here. And for example, let's say we put 5,000 because it's the maximum for this round. Here we'll make a test round. Here test as well, but this is the name of the company that will be delivering the project. This is where you should actually state how are you going to benefit the growth of the Singularity Net AI platform. That's very important, so that Singularity Net can measure the impact you should have. This is where you should focus on the core problem you're solving with your solution. This is the solution where you can explain how it works. And if you feel there is more information, things you couldn't say that are lacking because you have a limit of characters in each part, you can actually write it here in the long description as extra information. Here's just some questions about resources. You can say if you have other resources that do not require funding. I don't know, you've built some tech and you'll be using it. You can say yes and explain, or you can move ahead. And here's the resources as well to analyze if you have any other dependencies on expert professionals or whatever it is. Here you can add any links, and here also any videos that could be useful. After filling those up, you can actually move to the next page. And in the next page is where you'll define your milestones. So you basically just need to give a title to the milestone. This is the title for our first milestone. You set an amount, let's say 1,000, and you put here what you're going to do in that milestone and what deliverables you expect to deliver. So documents, technology, whatever should be done at the end of the milestone. It should be something measurable, something that can actually be seen, like a document or some kind of program or something, right? You can add as many milestones as you need for the project, and which is very important to know is that you need to actually complete all these milestones and get them approved to actually get funding for the milestone. So it's like you won't receive the milestone before, you'll actually only receive it after everything is completed. Once you're done adding your milestones, you can continue, and then it comes to the point of adding the team. You have yourself, the one creating the proposal, and then you can actually put an email, put the team role, and invite these people to the team. And once you're done with adding information about your team members, you can actually continue to progress and review your proposal, make sure everything is right, and you're actually able to submit this proposal to the deep funding, to be seen by the community, to be evaluated, discussed, and hopefully voted in, and you can have your projects and ideas funded. If you have any questions about deep funding or any doubt during this process, just drop them in the comments and I'll make sure to pay attention and to answer them. And of course, you can also join the deep funding Telegram to put your questions and to get answers from the team and the community. You can find it here in the website where it says Telegram group. And besides that, the deep funding community also has a bi-weekly town hall for deep funding where you can meet the community and talk about important issues related to deep funding. So that's definitely something you should participate in, that you'll be able to check in the schedule there. And if you want to learn more about decentralized funds, the other options, the other great funds out there besides deep funding, then I would advise you to take a look at this video here in the end screen about the 4 best decentralized funds you can actually tap into to get funding for your ideas.